I'm Kate and I'm a registered dietitian, and this is my assistant Evie, and today we're going to be making chocolate chip banana cookies. So for our recipe today, you're going to need 2 really ripe bananas. You can see how mine are pretty spotty on the outside. Like maybe they'd be a little too ripe to eat on your cereal, but they're perfect for baking with. We need 2 medium bananas. We need some brown sugar, some vanilla extract, rolled oats, flour, and I have whole wheat flour here today. We also need bittersweet chocolate chips and some salt. I have sea salt, that's what I have in my kitchen right now. Equipment wise, you're going to need a medium-sized mixing bowl and some measuring cups and spoons, as well as a fork to mash your bananas with, which Evie's going to be in charge of. She's already taking charge of the fork, and a spoon to stir your cookies with. Before you start baking your cookies, remember to preheat your oven to 350 degrees and get a cookie sheet and put some parchment paper on it, or a silicone mat if you have it. Okay, as you can see, when you're cooking with kids, especially a 3-year-old, they like to be in charge of a lot of things. So peeling a banana is a great job for a 3-year-old, and I'm gonna let Evie get on with doing that. Okay, so when you got your banana in your mixing bowl, you want to mash it with the back of a fork, or you can use a potato masher if you have one, but I think a fork is easy for kids to hold. Sometimes you might need to help out. Mash it. You want to try again? You want your bananas to look like this. And then we're going to put in our brown sugar. And what we need is 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. So we actually don't need this spoon. We need this one. The nice thing about this recipe is that you can kind of make it flexible. So if they accidentally put in a little bit too much brown sugar, it's not the end of the world. One more spoon. There we go. Okay, brown sugar's in. Then we need a teaspoon of vanilla. Do you want to hold the spoon? And then we're going to stir it. So we're done with our fork for now, and we're going to have the big spoon. The next thing we need are our oats, and we need 1 cup and 1/4 cup of oats. Got it? No? Should I put it in? Evie's going to be in charge of stirring. The next thing you need is 3 tablespoons of flour. So I have whole wheat flour today, but if you don't have whole wheat flour at home, you could use regular flour. Or if you have a food processor, you could just blitz up about 1/4 cup of oats in your food processor to make your own oat flour, and you can just throw that in instead. The other thing that you could use if you want to add a little bit more fiber and good heart healthy fats is you could use ground flaxseed if you have it around. But either way, it's not a big deal. Just use what you have on hand. It's supposed to be easy. 1, 2, 3. The last couple things we need are a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, so not much. And like I said, I'm using sea salt today, but you can use whatever salt you have around. I like sea salt because it has big granules, so you kind of get that pop of salt in your cookie, which I think tastes really good. but again, whatever you have on hand. Alright, so the last thing is the chocolate chips. And usually your toddler will want to try the chocolate, just to make sure that it's okay. Okay. You'll notice that my half cup is pretty heaping because we like chocolate chips in my house. Okay, stir them in. Are you too busy eating the chocolate chips to stir the cookies? You want your cookie dough in the end to look like this. It's going to be kind of lumpy because it has bananas. When your cookie dough is ready, you want to get a scoop or a big tablespoon, whichever you have on hand, and scoop your cookies, leaving a couple inches of space in between them. You want to try one? Maybe a little smaller, like this. Okay? Scoop one. There you go. So, your cookies definitely don't need to be in regimented rows. They can just be spaced apart on your cookie sheet. And on this one we have 8 cookies. So I think we're going to get a total of about 12. So these have been in for 12 minutes and they're pretty firm. They don't feel squishy anymore. They look good to me. Okay. So our cookies were in the oven for about 12 minutes and we've been letting them cool on the counter, on the pan for about 5 minutes. So now we're going to move them to a cooling rack to cool the rest of the way. You want to try scooping them? This is a new skill that we haven't tried before. So I'm just going to help a little bit. So we slide them on there. You want to try one? Good job. So after your cookies are cooled, it's time to taste them to make sure that they turned out okay. And Evie is my official taste tester. What do you think? It's good? Yeah. So that was our chocolate chip banana cookie. It's a pretty nutritious cookie as far as cookies go. You're getting fiber from the oats and the whole wheat flour, plus there's bananas in there and not a whole lot of sugar. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you have fun making cookies at home with your family. We'll see you next time. Bye. Pretty nutritious option as far as cookies go. Plus there's some really good activity to do with your kids. It's pretty simple. So thank you for tuning in. This is terrible. Okay. And this is my assistant, Evie. And